Hello, we're back in the garage today with the venerable Kawasaki 750 Vulcan. And today we're changing out, I don't know if you can see this, the turn signals. Have you ever seen this before? I'm sure you have. And I've actually helped do this as a field repair. But as you can see, as we walk around the bike here, there's been a few different field repairs that were done to this bike, front and rear. And it's time to put some new ones on. I mean, these are from 1986. My neighbor's son learned how to ride this bike. He's moving on and he's ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and put some new turn signals on. They're aftermarket ones. And we'll get him situated for his next ride. So we're looking down at the wiring on the front turn signals. I always like to look at these things before I start doing anything. I see there's 3 wires there. A black and a yellow, a gray and a blue. Well, my experience with these bikes is the black and yellow wires are always ground wires. And I've seen that throughout this whole bike and other repairs that I have made or just maintenance for it. So that leaves us with the gray and the blue. And we'll have to go ahead and get into that to find out which is which. 3 wires, one of them will be activated by the switch on the handlebar for the turn signals. One of those is a power wire, and of course that yellow and black one is the ground. Now I'm checking out what I need to remove to get to those. I don't want to take off any more than I have to. These wires kind of dive into the back of the headlamp housing. I can see them right there. I follow them from the turn signals. They go down, they're inside here. I'm thinking if I pull out the headlight bezel, there's a screw right here and another one on the other side right there. We can have a better look at what's going on behind there. Now I'll go ahead and start with this one here, and I don't want to lose that. All right. I'm anxious to see how these are loomed and tied inside here. This is interesting. That looks to be a headlight adjuster, probably for the left and right horizontal movement, and I'll be able to tell that once we take this off. Let's get this. There's a little bit of a little flange here. I don't know if you can see this. That catches onto this, so when the headlight goes back on, I'll line this up first, and that holds everything. There's the wiring nest here. I'm using a wooden stick here to point. I have not disconnected the battery because I need to check these wires and find out what they are and where they go, and I need power to do that. So I don't see anything in here that's bare or looking like it's going to short or arc. So I feel pretty comfortable with that. And again, this is something that anybody doing this would have to make their own decision. This is just the way I'm doing it. This is for my own documentation. I always put that at my video beginnings. Right there, that looks like one turn signal harness. There's the wires. Yeah, we've got the gray, black, and yellow, which I think is the ground, and this blue one goes right up here to the signal, so I know that that's the right one. And there's probably another one here, of course. Same color wiring right there. And just to check, left blinker on the left side of the motorcycle. I'm going to go ahead and start with the ground wire first. I always like to give these a little bit of a twist. They've been plugged in for, well, since 1986. And I'm thinking they're probably in there pretty good. There we go. Ooh, I just pulled out 2. Well, that's good. Well, at least I know it goes here. There's gray, gray. And then we have our blue here. And there's our blue. It's on. There's the blinkers. There's a little red light there. There's power there. Here's the gray wire. No power to the gray wire, but let me turn on the blinker. Okay, we've got a blinking light going on the gray wire. So the gray wire is the wire that handles the activation of the blinker. Color coding is different though. We've got a red wire, which typically in 12-volt applications, that's power. We've got a black wire, that's usually ground in a 12-volt application, and then of course a black and white. I'm going to say that that black and white is going to be the turn signal on-off wire, similar to the gray one that it's going to be connecting to. Just go ahead and route this new one right back where the other one was, behind the headlight housing. Using my wooden stick again. Okay. There we go. Well, it lines up really nice. I used a little bit of electrical tape on these connections, only because of the age of the wires, though everything clipped back in place fairly well. But yeah, just did that. So I remember all this was underneath that. And there's that little thing I was talking about, that little tang. It goes right up under this one here. Good place to line up. It's the black and yellow striped ground wire, and it's the gray wire. And then this is the taillight here, and this is the left side blinker right here. That's just a little bit of silicone lubricant. There we go. Line that up good.